let's see. Oh, a funny little picture that was. So I have so many orders to do today. It's not even funny. So I have been working really hard. Let's see. So I have been working. Gotta pause my own self. I've been working really hard this morning. I came in my shop first thing this morning, and I have been doing so much prep work just to get ready to put all these things on the machine. I've literally put nothing on the machine yet today, but I have spent all morning just working on looking through the orders that I have, making sure that I have everything that I need, and going ahead and making all of the designs and embrilliance. And I literally, this is what I need to do today. These are all for today. So most of this is going to be just me working. So come join me for the ride. I have so much to do. I just thought it'd be fun to bring y'all along. I have another bin, but these aren't due today. I got a lot of work to do. I'd love to get through that bin as well, first of the week, so I can go ahead and get things out. The biggest thing that I'm working on right now, I want to make sure that all of my St. Patrick's Day stuff is out. And then most of what's in here is Easter baskets, all the seersucker Easter totes that I have. I've got a couple appliques, but not very many. So I'm going to have one machine just working on those and be working on both the machines. So Ricoma does DST format and my Babylocks do PEF. So what I did to save myself the agony of figuring out what was on where is I went ahead and put all of the seersucker totes and all of the seersucker duffel bags that I'm doing on both. So that way I can just grab one, put it on, and just keep working down the machines. That way I don't have to figure out who goes where. So I've got PEF on this. I've got DST on that. So we're just going to work it that way. Let's see. Let's stick this in here because that is for that. So I'm just going to be working. I want to thank you guys. We've reached 5,000 subscribers, so that's fun. Obviously not what I'm here for. The numbers, it's more just for the education and the fun and giving me an outlet to show others what I enjoy doing. But it's fun to be recognized and to see that there's so many that are interested in machine embroidery. So thank y'all for subscribing. I'd love for you to share this with others. There's so many fun things that I have in store. So excited about some announcements I have coming up at the end of the month. Just been working hard. So I love it. And I love seeing that kind of come play out. So I'm already out of breath and I haven't even got a machine ready. So let's get to it. Today I got to be wearing my glasses. I know a lot of you guys will be watching this on replay because I didn't even post that I was doing this. I do have giveaways that I'm going to be doing for the 5,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm really just going to be working, so that's not really the point of this video. But the way to be entered in that is to make sure that you are subscribed or following Embroidery Aid on Instagram. That's where I would like some of this traffic to find me at. That's where we'll be sharing tips, tricks, and tools of the trade. Embroidery Aid is my new website that will be where we're going to do have the availability to have monthly stitch outs, and I'm super excited about that. And also the starter embroidery box. That's where that's going to live. So I would love for you to follow me on Instagram at Embroidery Aid, and you'll see these next few weeks just kind of learning more about who I am, what I do, and what I hope to share with Embroidery Aid. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for that. And I'm just going to get working. I can see comments, but I can see them just for a little bit of time. When I do this on StreamYard, I can go back through comments, but when I'm working like this, I can't. So hopefully, if I'm not able to look at your comments now and answer them, I will try to do that in the comment section after this live. Because like I said, I have so many orders to do. It's just best for me just to get myself working. So if you guys do see, question that you can answer for someone else, please do that. I see right here, Alessandra is asking, do you guys do made to order or do you keep an inventory or both? I do both. There's certainly some things that I have to order. Like at the beginning of the season, I got a ton of the Easter baskets, but I've already had to order 2 more times just to, have what I need. But I do have other things that I do keep in stock when it comes to my linens and when it comes to my shirt blanks. I try to keep those in stock. I did order the seersucker duffel bags that I have in a bulk order. So, and I have those, and the sweaters that I sell, I did buy those in a bulk order. So it just depends on how easy it is to find the item. If it's something that comes from a company that's easily accessible as far as putting in an order and getting it fairly quickly. Things have changed, in the past few months with that, or past year, just with the craziness that, a lot of things that used to be really easy to order and easy to get our hands on have started to take longer. And I hope we're getting kind of out of that rut and going in the right direction, but I feel like it kind of ebbs and flows. So it's hard. It's hard to know what to have on hand and what to, buy in bulk. You don't want to start buying things in bulk if you don't even know if you'll sell them. So once you kind of figure out what some of your best sellers are, if you can get your hands on, a good amount of those, then that's good. There's been times where in the very beginning, I ordered stuff off of destash sites because I wanted to build up my inventory, but then I realized that just sat there because, that person was destashing it because nobody wanted it. So I don't know why I thought I could turn around and all of a sudden magically sell it all. So then I just had lots of random inventory. The pieces and numbers didn't, make sense when I was trying to do like a flash sale or something in my group. And so I would end up just literally doing like a live sale in my Facebook group and just try to get rid of as much as I could at just bottom prices. So for my time, it really wasn't worth it to have that random stock. So if it's not like one of my best sellers, then I don't keep it on hand. So anyway, here I go talking and not working, and I need to start working. So I will try to keep my eyes up there every once in a while, but if I miss you, then just know I'll try to answer if you have a specific question later. So this is my dress that I do for St. Patrick's Day. It's one of my best sellers. I do a shamrock in the bottom and I do the name on the top. And how fun is this person's name is Emerald? Or maybe they're just doing Emerald because that seems like the Emerald City and it's green. I don't know. It's probably their name. Depending on the size of the name, depends on what I use for my hoop. This one's pretty big, so I'm actually going to have to use one of my bigger frames for that, which is kind of annoying because it's more stabilizer than I really want to use. But the 5x7, actually, I think it will fit in that. I'm going to use that. All right, so I'm just going to get to work. I had to open my door to my room in here because it was starting to get hot when I had it open. So actually, I might go ahead and turn this one on. I've got the next shirt or next dress on here that's putting the shamrock on. I need to do a little bit more heat and bond light to my shamrock or my St. Patrick's Day fabric. So I'll get this one started and then I'll do my heat and bond light. So hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. This was my plan when I realized how many, things that I had to do. I've been doing a flash sale Friday in my group, and I did my seersucker bags yesterday, and I think I sold 26 of them. So, and of course in the comments I was like, I'll have these to shipped out on Monday, and I spent half the morning just reaching out. I invoiced last night. I closed the sale at 9 o'clock, and then I reached out I sent invoices last night. But then I had to reach out to pretty much half of the folks that ordered just to figure out which font they wanted to use, because it's hard when you do comments online like that, because when it's not like a pre-filled form, it's hard to get all the information. People just don't, even though I tell them what to list, it's always missing something. So, all right, let's pull up our first name here. I know I just blew in my machine. Someone who was watching one time said I need to get a USB extender, and I probably do. This machine I've always, I don't know, for some reason had to blow in it every once in a while to get it to read. It will say that the USB has not been entered, and I'm like, yeah, it is. It's right there. Okay, let's do, excuse me, Emerald, where are you? I need to go buy some other USB ports because these are so full, and I know I could probably just clear them, but all right. I'm not sure if this is going to even let me resize it enough. I don't think it's going to. So that's annoying. It's like almost there as far as resizing. So I'm gonna have to go over here and make it a little bit smaller. You can size down, you can press 5 times on there. So there's some degree that it does, but that wasn't enough for this particular name. So I'm just gonna kind of shrink it just a little bit. Not too much. This is a size 10 dress. So I hate when the letters are smaller, but when it's a longer name like that, you know, it kind of leaves you limited. So it says the file already exists and do I want to replace it? And I always say yes, because I don't want to accidentally pick the wrong one. My newest Babylock Intrepid, I can see the designs very well. The older model, the Babylock Endurance, I can't see the designs as good. And the Ricoma, you don't see the designs, you just see the words. So that makes it, you got to really make sure you're naming things so that you know what to go back and look for. So that was a big kind of learning curve with that. Just making sure I named it well. And I normally do. I normally put the monogram in if that's what, you know, I just put the actual monogram, or if it's the name, then I do the same thing. So we're going to rotate this, and now I'm going to see if I can size it down enough. Y'all, we're starting off on a, oh, good, Shayna, you're working too. Yeah, Saturdays are a really good day. You know, right now my oldest son has basketball. I feel like that's so small. So he's at basketball practice. File, let's quickly save this. Save as. Save, don't replace. Yeah. There's a really cool playground over there by where he plays basketball. So my youngest likes to go with him. And anyway, so they're all entertained right now. And so they're not needing mama right now. So it's a good time for me to come down and really knock out some of these orders. Now, if I could get things to be working the way I need them to, I would appreciate that. I could have probably used a bigger hoop for this, and we would have probably not had to do all of this, but let's try it now and see. Yeah. Perfect. All right, so we're just going to find the middle of our design here. Make sure we match it up with my grid. Good. And we're going to go to one side. See, it's so much smaller than I wanted it to be. It's going to really annoy me, but it is what it is when you have a long name. All right, we'll knock that one out. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and put, oh good, Bernadette's working and listening too. Good, everybody's working. It's always fun when you can kind of work along with somebody. All right, this one I've already got it ready. So I can take that off. And I do need to get some heat and bond going for this. I'm almost out of this fabric, and it makes me so sad because I can't find it. This is from like 3 years ago. And the piece that I actually have that I've been working with lately is a piece that I bought off of somebody from a group. And that allowed me to be able to use it for one more year. I think next year I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and just find another complementary fabric. But I just love this one because there's a little bit of glitter in the gold, and I just think that makes it stand out. I just think it's so cute. Um, so if you know anywhere I can get this, you guys let me know. How many do we have? Let's see. I think I've got. I'll go ahead and just do them all. With the heat and bond light. It was bought from. Yes, you can put the Instagram here. Your handle, isn't that what we call it? And then I'll go ahead and enter you for our giveaways. I am going to do the giveaways. I don't know. I really just need to work, and so I was like, I can't really play like I want. But if you have followed me on that Instagram, definitely put your Instagram handle, or is that Twitter? See, I can't keep up, and I don't do Twitter. Um, just put it here, and then I'll know that you followed, and I will try to go back tonight and kind of make a running list of those that have followed, so we can enter you in for the giveaways that I'm doing. And I think I will make a separate post or video for the actual giveaways, but you can log into or join the Instagram anytime. So what am I looking for? Oh, Candy, that's awesome. You know what? I've had so many people buy the ring light, so I appreciate if you were one of them. That's awesome. Um, it does, the affiliate links are pretty cool. I mean, it's easy for you guys because you've watched what I've used, and you know that it's something that I work. I don't see who actually buys things, but that was a popular one that people were buying, and I hope you guys like it. It's definitely been my favorite out of all the different things that I've used for photography. Without doubt, it's been my favorite one. All right, I don't know what's going on here. Why? The very first thing I put out here is trying to give me trouble. Stop that. But yeah, I really like this ring light. It's made my photography, and it's just easy because it's just one light versus when I had that photography thing, or the one that had like the umbrellas. Oh my goodness, I had like 3 different stands and 2 different colors of umbrella. Like you could, and I didn't know which one was. I think you used the black umbrella or the white umbrella. And for certain situations, you're supposed to turn the umbrella open versus where it was way too confusing. The ring light I just turn it on. That's it. It's so easy. All right. So I'll go ahead and get these ready because I've got 3 of these to finish up here. Okay. I saw someone say they forgot to pull off their backing for the heat and bond light. The very first project I ever did using heat and bond light, I had no clue. No clue that you pulled anything off. I just, I faked it till I made it. I ain't gonna lie. There were things that I had no clue. I heard someone mention heat and bond light. I'm like, well, I did that. And then I used it. And then the blanket that I did, thankfully it was for me. It was all crinkly. It was like one of those little baby toys that's crinkly because it had the paper on the inside. So dumb. But lesson learned, right? Um, so it took a harder time to. So I don't. It came with other lens or other things. Let me see. I've never done anything other than just turn it straight on. Um, So I'm really bare minimum when it comes to it. And I know there's other pieces and I love the bag. Not that I carry it anywhere, but it comes with these other things. And I can tell you, you can see right here, I've never taken them out of the bag. I have no clue what they're for. So I've never put those on. I literally just, well, the stand, maybe I'm just talking about the stand itself. That was a little, like, that piece went in there, 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 that piece went on top. But when it comes to this stuff, I have no clue what they're for. Wonder if it says in here. I don't know. So color filter, or there's a mirror. I don't know. I should look into it. Maybe it'll make really cool pictures, but I never did it. Yes, Sarah, I hated them. So yeah, I didn't put the clear on it either. Like, here's the clear. Can I have that on there? It didn't. I never put the clear or the orange on. I don't know what they're for. But um, there goes my shamrock. So I can't find it. Um, Remind me that it's down there. All right. So I will tell you one thing that I love about the Ricoma is, if I had, because you don't really have to change your colors. You have 15. You shouldn't have to change your colors unless you're just doing, I don't know, lots of crazy things. I have 15 colors and I've probably only had to swap out one or two for a particular project. But here's what I love. So this design, this shamrock, is loaded in the machine, right? It stays in the machine. There's a certain number you can keep in there, and it's probably way more than I would ever need. But what I love about it is when I pull this design up, it already knows we're going to use number 4, because that's what I told it. I told it we're going to use the number 4 color, which is the green, and I don't have to retell it that. Even if it was something that had like 6 steps, it stores that in its memory, and I love that. I really feel like Ricoma is, when you're doing multiples of things, I really feel like that's where Ricoma stands out. When you're doing just, individual, things where you're not doing it more than once, it still does a great job, but the benefit comes when you're doing multiples and it stores that information in its system. If you guys have questions about the Ricoma, please feel free to ask me. I think I'll do a separate question and answer on that, because I do get a lot of questions. In the comment section about Ricoma and what my thoughts are on it. So I think we'll do a live stream maybe next Sunday. That could be our live topic, is just talking about Ricoma more in depth, and you guys can have questions answered at that live. Okay, so I'm going to put on the machine down at the end one of my appliques. And I love this applique. I've done it on here before. It's using the glitter vinyl. It's my snowflake. Okay, good. No, so Shayna, I just put in my, whatever you call these things, my earbuds or whatever that I use when I'm walking. So I figured, let's try it. So hopefully it does help. To me, I can't tell one way, so I'm glad it does. You guys had said that you couldn't hear me as well once I turned the machines all on, so good. I meant to ask if you could tell. So good. Now you can hear all the crazy things that I like to say while I'm working. All right, so I like to print out my design. This has been a popular birthday shirt. Anybody that's doing Frozen, this is what I draw them to, since I don't do any of the copyrighted. This is a great alternative for a Frozen birthday party. And I will tell you, anytime anyone has asked if I have anything Frozen, and I say, I don't have anything exact Frozen, but let me show you this really cute shirt I have. And I will tell you, 100% of the time, no joke, 100% of the time, when I show them this option, they're like, perfect, I love it. Kids like to see the characters. I'm not sure every mom loves all the character shirts, right? And this is just a cute one, and you can really wear it. Anytime during the winter with the snowflake, or I guess you can wear a snowflake any time of year. It doesn't really matter, right? So I'm just putting my no-show poly mesh on the back. Another thing I love about this shirt, or this design, is it's just one cut. It's just one piece of vinyl, glitter vinyl. So I really can, cut that one piece out, and then the machine takes over, and I can just come back when it's done. I can't remember the exact stitch out time for this, but so I use my jerky 9x9, and I know some of you guys are magnetic hoop lovers, and I just haven't jumped on that bandwagon because I've always just loved my jerky. But I like to buy new things, so maybe. Yes, definitely print out and use cloth tape measure. Oh yeah, um, it does. Well, I'm glad it's helping. All right, so let me take my press frame off of here. And I've got a 5P long sleeve ruffle shirt, number 4. Name is Andy. So I will pull it up on here with the name of Andy. That's how I should have loaded it if I follow how I normally do it. Andie, and it's taking long because I have way too many designs on this USB. I really need to get another one. Okay. There we go. Just gonna center that, and that's good. So I take my piece off there, and I'm just gonna assign my colors to it. It's only 2 colors used for this, so that's nice. Um, and that, and that, and that. All right, and so before I hit go, I like to come back, 5P, long sleeve, ruffle, Andy, spelled Andie, and they are turning 4. Good. We're on the same page. So we're going to say, go for it. And I'm going to reserve stop it, so it will stop when it's done with that placement. And I'm just coming out here and cut my glitter vinyl. I ended up starting to buy, because I make this shirt so much, I used to just buy the like 8.5 by 11 sheet. And for this particular, which I still do buy in a lot of the colors, but for this one, I bought the roll. All right, so that should work. So for adult shirts, I would, I've been getting mine at jiffy.com. The only thing I would say is, what's that moving? Is it's overwhelming trying to figure out exactly which shirt you want. And and I'm not sure I've picked the best in the past. All right, that like jumped out of my hand, so I was worried it wasn't going to be in the right spot. There we go. So what's going on with my other machines? Nothing. So we have this one done. So there's the name that I was trying to get on there, and I think that size is fine, honestly. So that's that dress, and I just need to finish it off. I've got 2 others that I did last night, so here's just some different versions, and I need to iron it so it doesn't look wrinkly. But some people choose to have the monogram on that dress, but most of them, because that's kind of how. Actually, in my listing, I think I have both. Get the name. Let's see. Okay, let me cut this and then I can just let this go and I'll get something on the other two machines. If you can see, I don't know if you can see, I used a black for the placement or the tack down stitch so I could see it better. When I use the same color, since it's a satin stitch at the end, it's thick. I'm not worried that I'll see that. If you were doing like a beam stitch or something, then I would probably just stick to the color that works best. But I would not suggest doing a beam stitch with this vinyl. That's just my preference. Take it or leave it. I'm not a beam stitch person. I love it. And some of the things I'm like, gosh, they're like master cutters. No, I'm not. I love zigzag for my quicker stitches for sure. If I can find a design in zigzag, then yes. But I have a lot of satin stitch, and satin stitch is just classic, right? So I like it for a lot of things. It just gives it a really pretty finish. So you have to make sure you've got some pretty sharp little scissors and just do a little snippy snip. Make sure you're not cutting through the shirt, just the vinyl. And I love these little Fiskars. They're the little 5-inch micro tip, I believe. They're so sharp, very inexpensive. I think they run about $8. But that means I can have more than one pair and just place them in different spots. Actually, I've got 3 of them right there right now. Let's see, where were we? So the good thing about this, that's all I have to do. And now I can just walk away from this one. Hopefully it will just keep on going. It's actually, it's a 28-minute stitch out. The very first minute is all that requires of me actually having my hands on it. And now I just say go and it will do its thing. I'm making sure the colors look right and they do. So I can walk away from that one and come back in 27 minutes and it will be done. So you can see how applique shirts take longer. Definitely take up more of your time than just doing some of these quicker monograms on a Easter coat or whatnot. So that one is done. I just need to do the name now. So I will get that going on a machine. I definitely had the goal of having these out, even if they weren't ready to be, or even if they weren't, the date wasn't, if it wasn't scheduled to go yet. I just feel like if I had it ready, then I needed to go ahead and send out any St. Patrick's Day, just because it's time sensitive. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a large section. Let's see if this fits. Yes. 4T and below is hard for me to hoop. So for those, I use my fast frame. It's easier to get in there. Where do you buy your vinyl rolls? From Mickery World. And that's online. I know there's also Glitterbug Fairy, I believe. Oh, good. You were able to kind of fix your pattern stitch. That's good. I don't do any digitizing. Lining things back up, that's a skill. But there are times where, I just feel so happy with myself when I can fix something or line it back up, where in the past I would have just been like, no way, no how. It's definitely a lesson in patience when you're trying to reline something up that you take it off the machine. So I just pin that at the top because I will be pulling it away so that it can go on the machine. So I pin it at the top so it doesn't pull away. Mickery World, not Mystery. Mystery would be fun. I'm sure there's a Mystery World out there, but I doubt they have vinyl. Mickery World. So if someone is on here that has used them, y'all type it in there. I think it's Mikri. There might be a C in there. I'll link it below after the live is over. It's actually in one of my videos where I talk about all of the vinyl, so you can check that out too. And actually, in that video, I'm stitching out that shirt, so for that design. That was one of the very first videos that I put out when I started like really editing videos and whatnot. All right. So pick our USB again. It says, please wait. That means I'm not being very patient. So in the meantime, oh, there, yes, Payne's got it. Mix the MIKRI. Yeah. Okay. Sydney. So we're going to pop to the bottom. Find that name. You'll see, I have to sometimes hold this up. It's really annoying. I've had it serviced. We thought we had it fixed. We worked on it. But every once in a while, even though I just try to, I have to lift it up for it to register the fact that it's actually is big enough to stitch out what's on there. But the good thing is I only have to hold it up while I'm getting it started. Once I say go, I don't have to hold it anymore. So like now I can just, it recognizes it's done. So it's very strange. You know, when I bought that machine, my business was booming and I didn't have a second for it to, you know, ever get a speck of dust on it. So I think just you know, what they had said when I had it serviced was just that I've worked it hard. I've worked it hard. So just the wear and tear was maybe more than the average for that machine. All right, so this is yeah, Beth. I've heard of that. I need to look into that. I don't even think about it until I'm on here and you guys are watching me blow into my machine. Like, what is she doing? To me, it's just what I do. So I know y'all are like, seriously, she's blowing on her machine. All right, so these should be the last two shamrocks that I have, and it's another long name. So my 3T, actually she ordered 4T, is going to be Brooklyn. So this is an example of a company that I normally order from. ARB is completely out of their green dresses. And that's what's on all of my pictures for my products. And so Blank Boutique, who I love their dresses, I really do. I love their dresses. I sent a picture of the green Blank Boutique dress and offered that to the customer instead of having to refund them. You know, I did go back in and change the sizes that was available for that listing, but I didn't check it, you know, every day in time for me to catch that one. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm actually on this one. I am going to do her name, but since those machines are going, I'm going to go ahead and put the shamrock on it. So let me start with that. But I have the name on it so that I know that that's who this dress will ultimately be just for my order there. So honestly, the USBs that I use are the ones my husband gives me from work. I've bought one time from Office Depot, and I came home and it didn't work for my machine. So I do know that you actually, this is like the one time in life where you don't want, bigger is not better when it comes to USB. They say that some machines can't handle some of the larger capacity of them. I don't really know what I'm saying, but you should have a smaller one. I do know that. I don't know. I'm probably not saying it right, or I don't know. But I do know that I have come across that where the more storage on it is actually not beneficial and would allow some of the machines to not even read what they're doing. So, yeah, I don't think they're very expensive. But, I don't even know if that's what you're talking about, but I don't know if we're still talking about USBs over there. So if you're watching, what I do is turn everything inside out just so that this doesn't get bunched up. Put a little spray adhesive and put it straight over the pins that I just have placed on the other side. So you just don't want that to bunch it up. But yeah, the biggest difference, now this is a slightly different green, but still perfect for St. Patrick's Day in the AOV dress. The biggest difference is the ruffle. It's like a 3-tiered ruffle on the ARD dress. And on these blank boutiques, it's like a 1 ruffle. So I tell everybody, I'm like, if I have to reach out to a customer, I'm like, it's an amazing dress. I use them all the time. But it is, it's 1 ruffle versus 3. Actually, that one is 2. So these over here that I've done first today, they are the 3 ruffles. So I don't know if you can see that. And then here is the 1 ruffle version. And you can see this green's a little bit darker. This is a little brighter, but again, now since this was a sibling match, of course I'm going to make sure that it's the exact same dress because they're not going to want 2 different styles when they're trying to match. Okay, so this is probably my other thing that one of the things that bugs me about the Ricoma is you have to have it where the knot faces the machine, and I hate when I don't pay attention. It's really easy to do, but just a little annoying. But for it to stay in place, the notch needs to be facing the machine. So I'm just going to line it up again. And we'll let that one take it away. I already have the heat and bond. All right, I finally got all 3 done at the same time. All right. I'm getting ready to turn all my St. Patrick's Day listings off just to make sure that everybody gets them in time. I don't want there to be a delay. Yeah, the non-needle threader, that blew me away. Talk about needing to get my glasses out. Now, I will say, once it comes threaded, thank you, Jesus, but they test it in their manufacturer, make sure everything's running, and it comes fully threaded. You literally just have to add your thread to the top and then do the tie-off method and pull it through. But, so once you get it all set up, you don't have to, keep doing it as often. But I do wish that it had a needle threader because I just feel like in a machine that size, that's something that would really benefit it. And um, the one thing good about Ricoma is, they listen. They are, the direct manufacturer of them. So, hopefully in future machines, that will be something that they hear from us and say, you know what, we heard the folks, we heard them talking. What's that, a machine or a needle threader? Help us. I didn't realize how beneficial that was on my other machines. So as soon as that one takes off, this one is done. But that's good. No downtime. Okay. So this name, Brielle, cute name. We'll put this one on there, and then I will swap it when that shamrock is done, and do one name at a time and one shamrock at a time, and then put my finger in the meantime. So I will have to, this one's small, I'll have to use my fast frame again. And I just save all these little pieces so that I can not use so much. Do you pay for ads on Etsy? I have always paid for some sort of ads on Etsy. For me, it's like sticker shock at the end of the month when I start looking at analytics. I'm like, hey, yes, I just spent $300 on ads. I would have liked to have that $300. But then when I look at, what ads really brought in, in the end, it pans out. It's such a, I don't know, it's algorithms and all that. Ads have changed over the years. They used to be, like, when I would add more money, I could look on my graph and it was like, oh, well, you can see that was the day I started advertising more. And now it just doesn't work that way. I don't know. I don't love the guesswork of the algorithm. I hate it, but they don't ask me. So this person had requested a different font, and I really like that actually. I think it shows up better than the one that I actually have on my listing. I don't have time today to be taking pictures though, so and we have until next year. Okay. Yeah, are you? There you are. Go for it. All right. I'm kind of ready to not see green for a little while. What's that there? Did you buy the new iron yet? No, I haven't bought anything. I keep a running list of the things that I want to buy. I'm trying to be much more um, the word? I don't know. Try not to buy all the things because I want all the things. I really do. I want all the things. So in the end, it is a business. And what was good when we moved into this house, um, we call it Embroidery Nurse's rent. And it's basically what when we bought this house, this is the house of, I would say my dreams. I've never dreamed of a house like this, but I fell in love with it. I wanted this house so bad. And my husband said, well, then this is what I'll need from Embroidery Nurse each week. So he figured out, how much would benefit our mortgage for us to have this home. And so I've got an amount each week that I have to, as my bare minimum, right? And then, of course, I want to make a profit on top of that so that I can keep growing and doing things. So anyway, when that started, when I moved in here, I kind of stopped buying all the things or dreaming of all the things and just really buying what I need. Can you move your microphone closer to your mouth? So does this have a microphone on it? I don't know how these work. Is there a microphone on this? Maybe if I flip it around to the front. Does it make a difference when I wear it? I need to get one of those like clip-on microphones, but like, is that the microphone? Y'all, I don't know. Let's see. So these are just my earbuds. Too many things. Too many things. It is loud with 3 machines. So to do these lives, I really probably need to. Okay, is that better? I only have 2 machines going now, but I don't know. Let me know if that's better or if there's any difference. So now it looks like I have a necklace on. All right, I'm just finishing this dress completely. I put the tender touch on the back of the name since that's in the chest area, but I don't put it on this applique on the bottom. That's overkill, if you ask me. It was louder when you had it in front of you. So it is in front of me now. Is it louder now? Louder as in you can hear me better? Y'all help. It's the first time I've even used these, so I don't know if they're helping or not. Like, is that the microphone right there? Oh, it sounds like it because it. Hello, hello. I don't know. You guys tell me. So it must be this thing right here. Because when I touch it, I hear like some feedback. Hello. I can't really keep it there though. Okay, so that's the finished dress for that one, and it's completely done. Like to run my iron over where the hoop was, and also just to adhere that fabric to the dress with the heat and bond light on it. Get in all the little grooves there, and so that one's done, ready to be packaged. So much better there. Should be a toggle up and down on there to adjust volume. Toggle. Oh yeah, but I don't know which up. Is that louder? Is that louder? Is that louder? Or is that going down, down, down? It doesn't say plus or minus. Or is, okay, I'm pressing up, 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 up. Is that getting louder? Anyone? 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 What do you think? Is that louder? now that I've pressed a button that I'm just guessing. Okay, let's see. Almost done, and almost done. Okay, so you're good. No, that's softer. Okay, better. You're good. I don't know. I want to sing. All right, much better. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone then. I'm not gonna touch it. We're just gonna roll with it. It really does, y'all. It gets really loud in here. I mean, it doesn't really faze me, but I'm just used to it. All right, so this one now, it needs the name. So let's add some more cookie on it. This is a longer name as well, but I believe it will fit just fine on this larger fast frame. I think once it's coming to the edge, so I'm going to try sizing it down on the machine first. This is a sibling match shirt, so I don't want it to be too different from the size that I just did the siblings. But at the moment, it really comes too close to the edge. And that's a good thing about the fast frames is you can actually feel the edge. So now I'm going to swap these shirts and we're going to put the shamrock on that one and then the name on this one. So let's find that name. That's why I like to kind of have each machine doing a job, at least to start the day. And then, I've got the one at the end. Has applique on it, since that's its own little beast. All right. Find this name and see if I can size it just enough to fit on here better. So I'm going to get to the center of it, and then I'm going to use my tracer to go left. I'm going to feel that, and then go right. And then I'm going to feel where that is, and it looks like we fit fine. So just kind of bumping it down three bumps. I don't know what each bump, how much that affects it. I'm sure that's written somewhere. And it's close, but it looks fine. So, like I said, I didn't want to change it too much since it's a sibling shirt. I don't want one to have a font that's a lot smaller than the other. And I need to keep an eye on that thread because it's running low. And now we're going to put the shamrock on this one. And then, y'all, that's my last shamrock. What? Okay, so, yes, that's my first embroidery machine. Isn't she cute? My sewing machine and serger are down there. Okay, so y'all tell me if you have ever come across this fabric, because I need more of it. So you can look at the different greens, and then the gold is what has that like little glittery to it. So if you find this fabric, let me know. I need some more. Just gonna throw it out there. Maybe somebody has a piece stashed somewhere and they don't even realize it, that they just bought on a whim, but I would love it. So yes, that is my very first embroidery machine. And I've had other machines in between that and the ones I have now, but I couldn't get rid of that cute thing over there. I just love her. She is what started my business. No joke. So um, she hangs. She hangs. I don't resize much, but this machine is smart enough to allow you to make a certain amount of resizing. It only lets you do the button 5 up or 5 down. So 5 sizes a little bit bigger and 5 sizes a little bit smaller. And it's able to work out the stitch count based on that. I don't know what I'm talking about, but sometimes I just talk and I'm not even sure I'm saying the right thing. Resizing, you don't want to do huge resizing. I don't like to resize sketch things that are sketch designs. I think that screws. Sorry, that's not the nice word. I think that really messes them up. So, but doing the 5 up or 5 down, I think the machine accommodates for that. So I always feel fine with that. Now you saw earlier with that one name, I just went over to the Embroidery and just was like, just took the whole box, highlighted it and then shrunk it a little bit, and it was fine. So, a little bit's not going to really be that big of an issue. That embroidery machine was strictly embroidery. It was not sewing. I think someone just asked that. Um, I have just an old handy dandy Husqvarna sewing machine that I use for a few things here and there. I don't use it much. See, Shana knows the exact about how much. I just know what my machine's a lot for on their own, and I kind of stick with that. It looks like I have a white necklace. All right, stop. I wasn't paying attention. Cut. Because I was looking at my white necklace. New fashion trend. I should get some AirPods. They're so expensive. Oh, did you not cut? Um, Although my 13-year-old has them, right? But I don't. He about got smacked. I don't beat my children, but I about did. When last Christmas he wanted AirPods, so I found some like $35 version. Looked fine to me. Looked just like AirPods. And then he made some comment that they broke because he had a cheap brand. And I was like, hold up, buddy. And so you have a job. He knew it. He knew the second he said it because he's a sweetie, and he knew the second he said it he had done his mama wrong. But, oh, buddy, you need to watch it. Not gonna raise a spoiled little one, but he's good. He saved his money actually and bought this. I wasn't gonna buy him after he made that comment. Nope. Don't even put that on your Christmas list. Not coming from me. I'm gonna tell Santa too. So he did. So I think they probably mean more to him since he bought them, and he'll probably take care of them better. And he does. I just was worried about him because they're so darn tiny, and being his age, losing them. Okay, last shamrock of the season. Kind of not gonna miss you. I'm not getting over you. I've still been doing like half and half of Shamrock or St. Patrick's Day and Easter. Okay, Shamrock. All right, so our applique is done, so I need to get the next shirt that I had planned on doing. But if y'all have not seen this design when I've done it in the past, let me just show you this cuteness. Looks better after I iron it, but and take away the interior part. But can you see it? How cute is that? I love that glitter vinyl. I just love the colors. Although I'm kind of ready to not be thinking about snow and things being frozen. So Mr. Holland, remind me your name. I know we've spoken before. So yes, Ricoma, I said this earlier that I'm going to do a Q&A just specifically talking about the Ricoma, and if you guys have particular questions about it. They have been working hard to break into the home embroidery field, or I don't know, what do you call it? Like niche, um, because I would say in the past, Ricoma has been more for like mass production, mass producing the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 head machines that you would see in the back of a warehouse, just churning things out for a big time business. And they have been working hard on having their home embroidery machines just be a bigger part of the market. So the one I actually have is it's a commercial machine. The EM1010 is a great 10 needle machine that is the smallest of their machines that they carry. Um, so she's been a good addition to my shop. I don't do everything with the Ricoma. Um, for one, I need to get like a mighty hoop to go with that so I can do some more of the applique shirts and stuff. But I tend to do my appliques on my other. They are. I mean, they're a great company. They're working hard to make their machines, um, the best they can, and really listening to folks that own them, and they really do have good support. The one-on-one training at the beginning was not because that's the same that everyone gets that same one-on-one training. So that's nice. You're actually talking to somebody through your computer where they can walk you through how to do everything. So that's nice. All right, there's that cuteness. Done. Okay, what's next? So I think I'll do. Oh, I got 2 of them done. So I've got a faux smock to do, which I love. So I'll get that for one machine. And then I've got 2 bunny shirts that I'll get loaded on the other machine. Since it's 2, I like to do those on the same machine. That way the colors will be ready and already loaded on there. So I'll get the faux smock started. Oh yeah, if I don't, I try. Now there are some over here that I haven't finished, so I won't say I always do that. But I can't stand when I like to go from beginning to end with one thing because I hate at the end. if I have all of them that I have to prepare, that's like so boring for me. So to know that this one is completely done, I don't have to do anything else with that, then that's nice. So the next thing I'm doing is a long awl, John, and this is faux smocking, and it's where they can individualize it with their child's name. So this child's name is Bo, so it's just two little letters, Bo. So that one looks a little different than, what I'm used to it looking like when it's a longer name, but I assume this person will realize that when you only have two letters, it's going to look a little different, but still be cute. I love these. And they have a 9-month green long awl, and we'll be putting their name on it like that. But since it's on a colored fabric, I do have to put some white behind it. So I use, it's the same material that I use when I'm doing a sample, if I actually do a sample using fabric. The other day I did a quick stitch just because I wanted to put it on my Flash Friday sale, and I hadn't reached out to anybody yet, but this is the same fabric that I use for that. So I just kind of get it in a roll for a bolt, but just cut it a little bit larger than the actual smocked box. And if I do it on a white shirt, then which I do some name shirts on white, then I do not put anything behind it. But for it to show up better, I've seen people that don't use it, and I just don't like that look as much. I like it to be completely white. It just looks more like smocking to me when it's has the backing when it's on colors. So now none of my machines are going, and that makes me sad. But we're getting ready to pump out some more of these. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? So we did Brooklyn, and that was a very long name, but it fit. So we'll get that. So that one has the shamrock. It has the name. Now this one is done with the name of the shamrock. You guys, that was the end of my St. Patrick's Day dresses. I actually had someone reach out today, and I was like, I just don't know if there's enough time. I just would hate for you to think you're going to have something and then it not show up. So there's that one. There's that one. So I do need to finish all these dresses. So I'm going to do that here in a second. But I would like to go ahead and get the machines running again. I am now going to be moving into all of the Easter baskets and seersucker bags. So I'm going to put on my Ricoma the fast frame attachment. So you had asked, do you not have to trim threads on the back? So I do need to finish these. So I haven't, there's not really threads on the back, but I just need to clean it up a little bit and put the tender touch on the back. So I do have that to do with all of those right there. But let me go ahead and add so the other difference with the Ricoma is it comes with some tools. It has its own little toolbox. The only time I really have to change it is when I do the fast frames. And I do a lot of fast frames. So I would say majority of the time, this is where it is. And all it requires is just me moving it over 2 little notches. And it comes with anything that you would need, to do that. But like I said, this is the majority of the time I have the fast frame attachment on here because that's what I do the most. So just make sure it's tight and that I put this back so I can find it. And then this is, so you can see it does look different than the attachment for the other machine. So it has to be specific for Ricoma. Voila. So I needed this for my smocked items. think I only have one. I know I've got a couple of orders for some of these smock name ones, but this is the only one that needed to be done today. So we'll get this one started. So I found that this size fast frame is like the exact size that's perfect for the faux smocking. You can do this also on, your turkey frame, but the sticky stabilizer with the smocking, I think, is just perfect because it, just make sure with my edges there. I just think it works perfect. It gives it a little bit more to it. So I just pin it on like that, and we're going to get bow going. I'm actually going to, so this is going to have green and white. My white, y'all, I'm run out of white. I need to do a thread inventory. I haven't done that in a while, to be honest with you. So I'm going to steal my white from here because that white is not going to be enough that's on the machine. So with these, I do a matching color to whatever color gingham, and I have, every color that is sold available that they can choose from. And I keep meaning to make a new listing for the short sleeve, not short sleeve, the short alls versus the long alls, because they sell well, the long alls. And I know I've made some short alls when people are like, could you do this with the shorter version? But I don't think I've ever taken the time to actually put the listing up. So I'm losing out because people are looking for it. And I know I've got pictures stored away in my photography library on my phone. So I have a running list in my head of what I need to add. And, there's just not enough time in the day. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but all right, there's bow. So we're going to set it, rotate it. So this is another, good one. You just have to, do the tack down stitch for the backing, but, so say white, 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 green, green. But then after that, you just kind of let it go. So I do put the heat and bind light like I was showing you. And it will do a quick little outside edge of the placement stitch. And then it will do a tack down stitch that we cut, and then it will do its thing. These are really easy to center because they have a midline seam to them. I still print out the designs for these though, even with that, mainly to make sure that I get it within the fast frame. I can feel the edges of where it's going to stitch with that. So we save that when we're doing it. Yeah, I definitely need to get some white. So I have cards that have all of the different colors. So when I do inventory them, I'll go through here and, I'll look for the hot pink and how many I have. And if I need it, I'll set that card aside. So when I go to order it, I can, just kind of do it through. I've got a spreadsheet that I use for this, but this has been a quick way to do it. Like if this is, here's my gold color, which is 721 in Floriani. That's what I consider the gold. If I'm running low on that, then I'll put it to the side. And then when I sit down to order, I've got them all handy and can and I put them in number order because the order sheet that I use online is in numerical order. So that makes it, alphabetical and then numerical order. So that just makes it handy. Makes it a quicker process for me. All right, so let me get this one going, and then we can add things to the other machines and then try to knock out some of these Easter baskets. They're so quick as far as the stitch goes. I think there's more time involved, and just simply getting it squared away on your machine. I don't love, it's not that I don't love, that wasn't the right thing to say. Gotta get my extra good ones. You really have to cut this very close to the tack down stitch, because it's not a satin stitch that goes around it. So, and I don't consider it zigzag either, but it just it gets really close, and I don't want any of the pieces of this to be showing on the outside of that. So just get real close to that tack down. All right, and then once I have this, then this one is one of those, just set it and forget it, and then come back when it's done. I don't think it's called any of those stitches because it's faux smocked, so I don't think it follows any of those exact names. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's start with some of these. I'm actually going to do the ones for Etsy before I do the ones for my group, just so I can get those out. So some of these are, with my group, and some of them are with Etsy. Most of these right here happen to be with my group. There's an Etsy. There's an Etsy. Oops. There's an Etsy. Here's Etsy. Okay, let's start with that, and then I'll come back and work on some for my group. So we'll just put these in the front here. I like when there's just one. Then I feel like I've completed a whole order. Then you get another one, and someone's orders 4. I'm like, oh. All right, this is Philip Scribble Font. And this is when I gotta really be careful with name spelling. Like Philip, for me, I think I would have put 2 L's if I had just done it on a whim. But this is Philip with 1. Y'all about died. I had someone comment or message me on Etsy yesterday, and they said that they were returning their items because they smelled like smoke. I was like, oh my gosh. And at first I'm like, what's she talking about? I wonder if that has to do with the shipping or what. And it's just that factory smell. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you haven't been around factory products, things that you've bought from a factory, that's all that smell is. Like, I don't say I love the smell, but if you were to let this just air out, and that's what my husband said. He was like, well, maybe you should take them out of the bag when you first get them and just let them sit, on your shelf and air out here in your own room before you send them out. And I think that's what I want to start doing. It's too late for this set. But it does. And so I tried to just be as sweet as I could. And I was like, I guarantee you these have not been around any smoke. A smoke-free home. They came straight from my supplier. I will refund them if she really wants me to. But I told her, I said, give it just a day or so to, sit out. Like, Easter isn't, I didn't say all this to her, but Easter is, a few weeks away. Let it air out for a couple of days. And if it still is something you don't like, but I about died when I saw that. I'm like, oh no. And I honestly, I don't think they smell like smoke, but I can see that it is an off smell. But I recognize that smell just from being factory. I don't know if y'all have experienced that smell with other things. But I do think moving forward, then I will let them air out when they first get to me, give them that time to lose that factory scent. So what I love about doing these, as far as I line it up exactly with the top of the, I line it up right here with this part of the fast frame, the whole, thing across. That way I know that it's going to be straight on the bag. So those are helpful. I've done a whole video on these bags. I do these every year. I think they're a great thing to add to your shop. Doesn't have to be these, but just adding an Easter basket. Obviously, it's very seasonal, but it still comes in as one of my top sellers for the year, even though it's just sold a couple of months out of the year. So I'm just going to confirm this is blue. The name is Philip, spelled Philip, scribble font. They want thread color blue. I think we will actually start down. We'll start here. So with all of these, I've put them on both machines. I'm just trying to see what colored blues I have up here. I think I'm going to use that first one. So I'm going to look for Philip. There's Philip. And say okay. We're going to add it to the machine. Find it again. Okay. There we go. All right, so I just need to center that over my design. Where are you? Put it on needle 1 so I can match it up real good. Ah! You can make it go really fast or really slow, and I forgot I had sped it up to go really fast, but I didn't really need to. Okay, so I think I'm going to do, I can't decide what blue. I think I'll do that blue. Okay, so the only thing I messed up there, and now I need to take it back off, I had the wrong size hoop selected, and it does not actually recognize this hoop because it's not a Ricoma hoop, it's an add-on. So you have to kind of pick. I probably, Candy could market them for year round, but I just never have. I just, with my SEO with them, I just call them Easter baskets. So, I mean, that's kind of a lesson to, doing SEO, naming things different for different seasons. It probably could sell for babies. And that's where you just have to be really creative and, how you do market things. Come on. There. All right. So that was a mess up on my part, not having the right hoop, but I'll keep this hoop in the machine for the remainder of doing all these. So, all right, now we are good. And now you want to make sure you don't have the handle. We're going to pick the color and we're going to tell it to go. Yeah, that's a good blue. All right, that one's done. That would be cute to add a little. Okay. 1, 2. We need number 3 going. So I need to get out my fabric for this. I'm just finding the colors that I need for my bunnies. I'm running really low on another fabric, and that makes me sad. I have plenty of the green and plenty of the blue, but not a lot of the pink. But I think I can make do. Only annoying thing is they're a sibling shirt, so it's not annoying, but I'm just saying if I do it for one, I need to do it for both, the same fabric. And that actually right there will save the day. Perfect. Whew, y'all. That was barely enough. Okay. So what is going on? Thread break. So here's where we talked about the needle threader would be nice. I mean, it's not hard, but just gotten used to doing it a different way, right? So, all right. So when that happens, you just really hit start, or I'm sorry, stop, and kind of go back to where you were. I'll just need to trim my little tail there. Before it got to me. Okay. How we doing? We're doing good there for Bo. Bo won't take long since he's just two little old letters. So let's get size 10 for these little girls. That's going to be Mary Welch. Let's iron this a little bit because it came pretty wrinkled, or maybe the way I crammed it in that pocket made it that way. So let's get Mary Welch. And then we will center that. Oh, yeah, watching. I watch it on my TV too. When I'm working, I've got. You can probably see in the corner there. I love to watch people working live, and I just put it up there while I'm in my room. All right, 6. So if you just jumped on, I'm just literally. I've got 32 orders to get out today or finish today. That's my goal. A lot of them are. The first things I was doing were some applique work and some of the little one-off pieces that I have orders for. Finished up my St. Patrick's Day already, and now I'm moving on to all my seersucker Easter totes and duffel bags. So, Mary, you had mentioned about doing the totes maybe for baby. I actually do the seersucker duffel bags. Those are a huge seller for, baby gifts. My mom uses. She's always like, "Do you still have any of those? I need to buy so and so something for her new grandbaby." My mom doesn't talk like that at all. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, that's her go-to gift for all her friends' grandbabies. And honestly, I had stopped selling them for a little bit just because I hadn't, done a big bulk order of much. And she's the one that was like, "Can you please get those bags again?" So I did, and they are good sellers. I actually did those for my in my group this weekend as my flash sale Friday. So I sold a bunch. I think I sold 26 of them, which is good because I hate sometimes when I've just got inventory. I'd rather make some money off of it. All right. Very well. Hi, Marissa. Happy Saturday. All right. So I need to get the colors, and I'm not sure I wrote down the colors. Sorry for this. Remind myself which ones I have used. Sometimes I've got notes on some and others I don't. That would be awful. Just the one yeah, that's the one I do for that. And does anyone else do like where they write down exactly the colors they use for each shirt, so that they have it in their memory bank? I need to do that with more of them. I mean, some of them are just ingrained in my head. Like I know I use one color for all the baby girl and one color for all the baby boy. But some of the ones I don't do as often, I'm kind of having to hold the fabric up and figure out which one is that for. No, I definitely take the paper off when I'm embroidering. I only use it for the sake of lining it up, using the grid to line it up. So no, you definitely take it off. Good question. That would be awful. Now, have I walked away before and left the darn thing on there? Yeah. Come back and realize I stitched a piece of paper to my shirt. Yeah. So good. You guys are better than me with writing all that down. Like I said, for some of it, I just know because there are things that I do over and over and over and over. But I feel like I could do a better job of writing down the exact colors. I did some really pretty linens the other day, and I don't know if y'all follow stuff of mine on other social media, but oh my goodness. This was actually the green that I used, but I matched it specifically to the bottom of the linen guest towels. And so for those, I was like, oh, I'm writing this down because I need to make sure, like, this is such a pretty combination. I want to make sure I can recreate this when someone orders it. So for some things, without doubt, there's notes. And I need to get my husband to hang my bulletin board back up, because that's where I used to put a lot of that stuff. Just have some index cards on my bulletin boards of the colors that I use for different things. All right, so I'm going ahead and cutting enough for both of these shirts. That way I don't have to come back. And these are the last two appliques I have for the day. And again, you can see here, I don't know if y'all watched my video where I recapped my top bestsellers for 2020. And what was beyond eye-opening for me was none of my applique shirts that take me all this time and that I plan all these seasonal things for were in my top 10. So it kind of makes me want to, put more time and energy into some of these just simple adding a name or monogram and just finding really cute blanks to do it on. A lot of like the seersucker and gingham that I use were in my top sellers. So that was good to see and see that that's, for me, that's where I have, more benefit. It's good to look at those end of the year numbers and kind of pay attention to what's selling best for you. The Heat and Bond Light is $52 for a bolt on Amazon right now. Do you think it will get lower soon? I don't know how they decide when. And I swear some people will look on Amazon and it's one price and somebody will look another time and it's another price. I've seen it for, I feel like as low as like $38. But I don't know how to tell, when the prices, come and go. But even though I do a ton, I keep a bolt like this for quite some time because you're just cutting, like little pieces of it, honestly, when you're doing it. And I save all these little pieces and I'll reuse them. Okay. I got my colors and I also use gray and black. So I did, keep that over here somewhere. Let's see. And if I can't remember, then I can pull it back up because I don't actually see the copy of it. I can pull it back up on my own Etsy shop and just pull the listing up because sometimes I can't remember exactly. So I'm going to put bunny and it's going to narrow it down to my bunnies. So yeah, so I use silver and black. So silver is what I do the whiskers in. So I've already got silver and black up there. I also broke a needle on one of my baby locks last night, and I don't buy wholesale. There are a lot of supplies I buy wholesale, and I do have a wholesale account for all notions and stuff like that. But in the beginning, I certainly didn't. Where do you buy your stuff from? Do you buy your stuff wholesale? If so, have you found a good wholesaler for things like that? So yeah, I need to change my number 5 needle at some point. When I get to an applique that has 6 colors and I realize how annoying it is not having one of my needles, I will. But so far, I've not needed that 6 needle on any of the things that I've been doing. But I might right now, right? Let's see. Nope, I won't because I'm using this pink. Nope, see? This project only has 5 colors. I don't need that 6 needle at the moment. So I will hold off on it again. You're looking for a good wholesaler. So when it comes to things like that, it's a little harder to get in wholesale because a lot of times, if it's just you and your shop, you're not necessarily buying enough to meet their minimum quantities. Some of them will have, like the first time order minimum quantity of, like $200, $500, just something for you to. What is going on with this? For you to basically say, hey, I'm serious about this. I want to, purchase from you. I've had even some. What is going on? I have to pull that out. I've had some, just that I buy blanks, not blanks necessarily, but yeah, I mean, I guess everything I make and put a monogram on is considered a blank. But some of the retailers that I've become, gotten a wholesale account with have that opening order quantity. And all of them are a little bit different. Sometimes they'll have a quantity that, every time you buy from them, you have to meet. I think all about blanks, you have to, I think, get to $50. What is going on? Oh, it's around my knob. Ha. But I can tell you getting $50 is pretty easy when it comes to buying from them. It might at times make me throw in an extra one just to reach the minimum, but most of the time that's not necessary. Okay, we're ready for these two. These are quick stitches too because they are quick zigzag, but I do have to cut out 3 pieces of fabric. So, whoops, need you over here. Y'all, all 3 of my machines are quiet. That's okay. That's okay. Did it finish down there? Yes. And I really like the blue that we picked. So, yay on that. All right, Mary Welch, let's get you going. JKLM. All right, where are you? Oh, I'm looking just for the name and forgetting that there's some bunnies there. All right. So let me program all the colors. So we're going to do 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Eyeballs are in 6. Whiskers are in 1. Nose 1. Name in 4. Whew. Okay. That took longer than I'd like. Okay. So that will get the first color, which is our blue, ready. Okay. I'm using this fabric for both shirts, so I'll make sure I don't waste any of it. And we'll stop that one when it's done so we can cut it out. And we're going to get the next ones on the machine. So now I'm moving into all baskets for a little bit. There's my cute faux smock. Bring it up a little closer. I need to cut that out, but isn't that sweet? I love it. So I just used the matching green on it. And then this tears out so easily. You just really pop it through with the stabilizer. Have you guys tried faux smocking? There's so many different digitizers that have kind of jumped on board and made some really cute ones lately. I do a lot of the name. Now, I feel like it's really scratchy because there's so many of those stitches there. So I will put some Heat and Bond Light. No, it's not what I meant. I will put Tender Touch on that. So let's see here. Those aren't my good ones. I used it for my down here. All right. So I mentioned before that I'm going to be doing a few giveaways for hitting 5,000 subscribers this week, which is awesome. So the only requirement is that you show up for the giveaway live, and I will post when that will be. So show up for that, but also to subscribe or follow my Embroidery Aid Instagram. It's a new account. You'll see there's only a few posts on there. But I really would love for you to subscribe to that or follow me there, just because there's so many amazing things that I have already in the works for embroidery aid. So I would love for you to kind of be in the know by following there. That's where I'll kind of be posting updates. I do have Embroidery Aid has a Facebook page as well, so you could also see things there. All right. You have to be careful with this scribble font because I don't want to pull the stitches since it's so dainty is not the right word, but let me get it off. Some things come off a little easier than that, but that's okay. And so with this, the scribble font, it has a lot of, this one's from Alphalicious Designs, and I use it on a lot. People request this one a lot when they pick off of my font chart, but it leaves a lot of little threads on the back. And when I use a single needle with this, it also left a lot of jump stitches. And I think over time, Joy, who is the owner of Alphalicious, has worked on that font to not have so many jump stitches. Do you guys use this one? Or have you used this font? It's so cute. It's actually called Oscar Scribble. I guess I shortened it to Scribble on my font sheet or font chart. I don't like to rename fonts, but to fit on my font chart, sometimes if they were a double name, I shortened them. Or some would just have wacky names. And so then I'm like, okay, we're going to call this the William font. Well, if you haven't seen it, let me show it to you. It's super cute. So basically it kind of runs back on itself 3 times and just kind of a little scribbly. Just cute though for kid stuff. All right, so Philip is done. So that's our first Easter basket of the day. I'm just going to kind of put them back in their bags and put them over here because it will just need it. Okay, there's nothing moving. What color did we just do? We just did green. So let me add green to that applique. Did you say that bag is cut or cute? Did you mean cute or that I cut it? I need to go look at it now. I hope you meant cute, not cut. I don't think it's cut. Okay. I only have one machine working hard. That's really annoying. It's like everything stopped at the same time. But once I get the third piece of fabric on here, then it will take off for the rest. This is another Alphalicious design, and I've said it before, but those of you with single needles, Joy was one of the very first Alphalicious designs, one of the very first designers that I just fell head over heels with when I found, her shop. And one huge advantage for most of her designs, for those with single needles, is she will, like, for instance, I'll hold this up in a second. When it comes, you don't have to change the way she digitizes. She does tack down placement and finish stitch of each item before it moves to the next item. So, okay, cute. Thank you, Shirley. I was like, did I cut it? Whoops, I hope that. Sometimes you guys will see things that I don't even realize are going on. So, what she does is she will do the tack down placement, and now this is going to do the finishing stitch. So this bunny right here is completely done. So it did the placement, tag down, and finish stitch. So if you use a single needle, you would just have the blue on there, and then that would be done. And then if you're, then you would just switch it to the color for green, and it would do all 3 stages, and it'll be done. And then the pink will do all 3 stages. So you only have to change your color. You change your colors a lot less when it's designed that way. Not many digitizers design that way. And so for a single needle, that is very nice. Really cuts down on some of that time of switching colors back and forth. You know, because a lot of the digitizers will have it do the placement and tack down in the beginning, and then all of the finishing stitches come at the end, so you could just set it and forget it. Like I keep talking about, you set it and forget it. And that's nice when you have, you know, a multi-needle, but when you have a single needle, it's very helpful to be able to do one color all from start to finish. I don't need this shamrock. I can get rid of all that. I don't know if y'all were watching earlier, but I finished the last of my shamrock dresses for the season, I believe. So I've got to finish cutting off all the stuff, but these are all the shamrock dresses that I did yesterday and today. So I need to finish those and put them in their bags so they can get out in the mail. But I also don't need my shamrock template. I should be done with those, but I will save this. This has all got heat and bond light on it, so I always save that in my bucket there. Okay, let's get some more things going, and then once they all are going, I can hopefully finish some of those with heat and I keep calling it heat and bond light with Tender Touch and put them in their package. So here's the pink one. Sarah, thanks for watching. Yes, get your stuff in the mail. Your customers will appreciate that. I hear footsteps upstairs, so that means somebody in my crew is home. So we'll see them in a minute, I'm sure. All right. Let's get this one on. And this is Maya Pink with Pink. Well, to pull the lining out of the way. Who's home? Is everybody back? Back from basketball? Oh. Where did Daddy go? Oh, to get Trace or? Okay. You want to say hi? Hi. Well, they can't see you when you say hi like that. Hi. Okay. They said, can you move the iron, please? It is kind of annoying to see that. All right. What is Thomas fussing about? That he can't find the computer thing, probably. Oh. Bye. See if you can help him find it. Okay. Get that iron. I don't even think I need it. I could probably turn it off because I'm not doing, well, no, I'm going to be doing Tender Touch. But it was right in your view of what I'm doing, wasn't it? All right, so I'm just pinning this on. We're doing Maya. They wanted it in pink. And I think I've got, let's see, the pink I want is up here. So we'll pull that up and we'll go ahead and get our pink fabric for our next shirt. And make sure that fits in there and that it's straight. covers the ears of my bunny. All right, we're looking for the name Maya. Where are you? There we go. Match it up to my grid that I've printed out. Take that paper off. Tell it what color. I'm going to do 4. And let it have at it. Ooh, I hear those feet running upstairs. Y'all hear that? Hi, they're popping in, popping out. I'm just working on more orders than I could fathom. So I knew if I worked with you guys, it would keep me motivated and keep me down here. Otherwise, I go upstairs and then an hour later realize I've wasted time doing who knows what. Laundry. Who am I joking? I don't do the laundry around here. Okay, well, once I cut this last piece out of this shirt, it will be a set it and forget it. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right. So go for it. Set it, forget it. How much time does that have on it? So it's done 5 minutes out of 23. Who does quick math? That would be 18 left. Is that right? I don't do math. Okay, so next up, they actually ordered. So this is a bigger order. They got 2 duffels and 2 Easter. So a pink and a blue of each. So let me make sure I put the right. They wanted a name on the Easter bucket, but they wanted monograms on their duffel bag. So let's just get these things started. And they want navy, so that's a good one for Ricoma to do because it's got that color already loaded on it. There. Making it so I can't hear my own self. I guess I need to hear my own self. Okay, so gotta flip my fingers. I think the corona taught me not to do that anymore. So this grandmother ordered these and she was very sweet. But sometimes when you're ordering it for somebody other than your own kids, she just really questioned every font, every color, every decision. I really had to walk her through it, which is fine. I don't mind doing that, but sometimes I just don't do it as quick as they would like. I might be able to answer them, but not be in front of my computer. And she wanted to see what different fonts look like. And, I try to honor that when someone has a question about it, but it can also slow things down sometimes too. But let's see. Just want to make sure. I think I'm going to wait till Maya's is done there. Interestingly, the one that came with the Ricoma when I bought that 8-in-1, it works on my other ones, but my ones that came with my first fast frame, I don't feel like lock into the Ricoma as well. So I need to make sure I'm using the Ricoma one on the Ricoma, just so there isn't any extra wiggle. So why don't I get this one ready on that, because I'll do it on the machine that's running next. and then sprayed out that fast frame. Um, yeah, so someone mentioned they like how the orders or whatnot are in here, and then I print out the design after I made it. I made all those this morning, and I actually saw this from someone else that has been doing videos, and Bingham Bliss. I got the link from her. It's been a game changer for me to just stay more organized, and that was one of my goals, was just to get more organized, and I really do like it, to keep it all in one place. So the printout that I have inside these are the ones that will actually go with the item, and I'll write thank you on it, so I make it a little bit more personable with that. I used to have a thank you card, and then I realized, honestly, just writing thank you and handwritten just seems even more personable, really. Love that Cotton does that with all of their packing slips, and I've always thought that was just a sweet little touch. So I decided for myself that I could do that instead of buying the thank you cards from Vistaprint. I still do business cards, and I'll throw one in there, in the clear packaging. I just did a big order for those. It's so inexpensive, and they ship them pretty quick. I order 500 at a time, and like I said, it's with the coupons that Vistaprint has, it really didn't come out to much. Love the glasses. I only wear I don't wear the glasses for anything other than when I'm working and staring at my screen a lot. I don't need them for like regular print. But it does help when I'm doing just a lot of work down here. So that one's cute, Maya. And it's funny, so I didn't want to spend any money. I'd only been to the eye doctor one time in my life, and that's when she was like, these might be helpful for little tiny writing, because I did realize, like, looking at the back of like a medicine bottle, I no longer can read that type of writing. Now, when you're just talking about regular print, I don't have any problem with that. So I don't need them all the time. But anyway, so she was like, so you can pick out from the wall. And there was probably 2,000 options on their wall. But the section, and I was like, well, I don't really spend much money on them. What comes with my insurance? And then she pointed to this little section that had like 8 pair of glasses on it. I was like, I'll take those. I'm not spending money on things I don't need that much. So anyway, wasn't a whole lot of selection. All right, so this is the one that's better for the Ricoma. I have an R written on the back of it so that I know. And it's just newer looking, since I haven't had it as long. But I'm going to go ahead and stick Caroline on. Woo! She wanted a more of a darker pink so that it stood out. So I have that up here too. I remember. Yeah. Darker pink. So I've got a darker pink loaded up here for that. Name is Caroline. I've got lots of Carolines in there, interestingly, but only one that's specific for that. Since this is a sibling match, I want to make sure that I line up the embroidery the same distance down from the top of the bag. So it's at 2 1/4. I gotta hold it up again. I don't know if y'all saw me earlier having to hold it up for it to recognize that the frame is bigger than what it thinks. So, but I only have to hold it up for while I'm getting it set, and then I can let go. Make sure that everything else is out of the way there. Don't need that. No, I definitely don't make any. I shouldn't say anything, but not the bags. I don't make them. Do not make them. No, I don't. I've had fun watching, some learning of sew-alongs, and I have a sewing machine, but I use it for such minimal amounts of things. Well, come on through there, buddy. All right, so again, I want to make sure that I have it the same. Yep. I mean, hello, that was perfect. The Easter baskets, they're sold out right now, unfortunately. I just messaged in to see when they might have more in stock, or if they will have any more in stock this season. We're from All About Blank. Okay. So now we're going to find Asher. There we are. Save it to the machine. Pull up the machine. There's Asher. Say okay. We're going to put this on needle 1 to center our design. Actually, it was pretty centered already, so that's good. And then we're going to do this navy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the 9th color up there. And we're going to trace it. I know it already fits, but yes, All About Blank. But they're sold out. And start. I hope they'll get more. They sell it every year, so that's why in my own group I try to put them up pretty early and say, y'all, let's go ahead and grab it. Grab what we need because these won't be here long. Okay, all my machines are running. That makes me happy. So let's get the next 2 items. Like I said, she ordered oh, I know what else I can get ready. Let's see. That's got 5 minutes. That's got 10 minutes. So I should stick with the bag. So pink will be done first. So let's get that. All right. So I don't do bunnies. I did get a couple, honestly, but only, I posted it in my group really late. So I found some that had them ready to ship. I honestly think I'm only doing like 6 of them. They've never been a lot of groups, folks sell a ton of them. So it's something to look into in your area if you think it will, or just see what does well. I mean, I just kind of learned what does better than others in my own group and just kind of roll with that each year. All right. I'll probably use this since I've got another piece. These are all blank. I did make sure I emptied my trash can this morning because I knew I was going to be making a lot of trash. I knew I was going to be doing lots of sticky stabilizer. So you have to be careful with some of these seersucker things or anything that's lined. This bag is lined. So the only thing that's sticking to the sticky stabilizer is the lining. And so that could cause, sometimes even with the John Johns and dresses that I do, if they're a lined clothing item, you really have to pin the top layer down because the only thing that's stuck to that sticky stabilizer is the lining, and you don't want the top piece of fabric to shift. Ask me how I know. I've definitely had that happen. So I just pin all the way around it so that the seersucker is not going to move. So I've got pins all the way around. Um, ah! Looks like some of the green thread has gotten stuck. And it's just stitching it right along. I'll be able to get that out. Let's see. Hi, Olivia. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I love these bags. They're awesome. They are small duffel bags. Oh, good. It's so funny. Like, I guess that's the only way I ever figured out how to do it was by printing it out. Um, I don't understand how people do it that don't. I mean, for real. Too much eyeballing. I know there's some things like little stickers that people use, or they try to line it up perfectly in the hoop that it's in the center. Uh-uh. I make the machine work for me. Okay. So, here's going to be my iron for one more thing. The dresses, there's two styles. Um, my go-to for the dresses, okay. Actually, I don't have one ready for this, so we can chat for a second. But that navy looks good on that. I like that. Oh, I'll show you the dresses in a little bit. Oh yeah, it's a snowman. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, let me show you the dresses in a minute. But let me get. I just need to keep powering through and not let the machine sit. So let me get the next thing ready. And on the machine. Because they're all ending at the same time. Oh, this drives me crazy. All right, that's okay. Okay. So, let's see. Done. All right, so when it gets a little wonky, sometimes you have to start new. I try to just patch it, but sometimes it just gets too out of control. Hot mess express. Hey, I'm doing this backwards. Normally I cut from this direction. All right, I can patch it next time. But yeah, sometimes you just need to start fresh. Get too many pieces on top of pieces. All right, of course that's not the one I have ready. The blue is the one I'm doing the Ricoma, so I can make sure I use. She wanted me to make sure I use the same color thread on their Easter basket and their duffel bag. Not that it's do or die or anything. So you saw me just flip it. I wanted to make sure the zipper was going in the same direction. I don't have like a uniform side that it goes to, but since it's a sibling match, I just try to make everything match. So for this, we're doing a circle monogram. And where did my measuring tape go? If y'all are wondering about this little thing right here, it used to be 60 inches, and one random day I cut it by accident. But then I was like, you know what? Perfect that it's smaller. Honestly, I could probably cut it even. Well, no, I should probably cut it even smaller because I only use, I don't know, maybe 20 inches of it when I'm measuring things. I don't have much that I'm measuring that's bigger than that, you know? Now, I just need to lift this up a little bit. I'm noticing where. So I definitely eyeball some things more than some might. Oh, yeah, Candy. So I've done that. I've actually taken the printout and laid it over top when I'm trying to realign. I didn't realize that's what you were saying earlier. Oh, yeah. I lay it directly over it, what's already stitched, and match it up to almost a T to figure out where I need to reposition. Yeah, that's a huge, huge help. All right, so again, just as a reminder, with things that have a liner and you're using sticky stabilizer, only thing that sticky stabilizer is holding right now is the liner. So you're going to want to pin way more than you would another item because you don't want the fabric on top to shift. Because then it just gets wonky. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I loaded the monogram. I don't think I did. I did not load that monogram onto the DST. So I'll have to add it so that machine can do it, or I just have it on that machine when it's done. So I do like that darker pink. Yeah, I would definitely cut your measuring tape. It's like the other one I have, it's so long and it's like, who needs 60 inches? Like when I'm just right here at my work table, you don't need that many in. I didn't mean to cut it when I first cut it. It just kind of happened. Okay, I've got this one on. I've got this one. These are all ready. So let's put this on. Okay, got that. And we're gonna hold this thing up to make sure it recognizes it. My bunny shirt's done, so I got to do the sibling matching shirt of that, and that's awesome because then I don't have any more appliques to do today. I do love them, and I think I'll always have them. I think I'll always have them, but I mean they're so cute. All right, let me find these initials. Quit talking. CRK. There we go. All right. Over, up, over. Okay. And tell it that same color, pinky pink. Go for it. So that's a 15-minute stitch with it being the interlocking vine. I like mine long so I can put it on my neck. I learned to love sewing and embroidering from my aunt, and she always had the measuring tape. That would make me. So I'm a nurse, and that would just make. I mean, yeah, but you could have a short one. How long is this? This one is actually 40. So it's 40, and you could still wrap it around. This makes me think of my stethoscope always being around my neck at work. Yeah, good idea too. All right, so sibling match of the shirt. Precious. that cute? So let's get the sibling shirt ready. Already got her out. So this is size 8, long sleeve cap. Name is Winslow. So I offer the cap sleeve, which is the girl's shirt with no ruffle. And a lot of times when they're bigger sizes, for kids that are a little bit older, they'll pick the cap sleeve. So I always thought not everybody wants a ruffle. So I think it's good to offer, both options. I'll actually have some girls, they'll order just a straight unisex shirt. Like, I want a cute shirt, but I just want it to be regular fitting. So I know, aren't those colors fun? My problem is I'm running out of the pink. I use so many different fabrics during mask making hysteria that I didn't really pay attention to what, are on some of my best sellers. Like I should have, now I have a separate bin for fabric that is specific to shirts that I sell. So I don't use that fabric, just on a whim. So it was important for me, since I was starting to run out of some things that I can't find again, or they don't sell anymore, to really hold on to those pieces so I could recreate the items, when they're purchased. So now I've pulled, specific fabrics that I use for specific designs, and I keep them in a separate bin. I think I know I can get some more of that pink, but it was from a store in Raleigh, Carolina Sewing Back. So I just need to go back there when I go back. Hey, Alicia. Hey. I'm just working. I've got a ton of orders to do. This is my last applique. I finished all my St. Patrick's Day today, and I'm doing tons of Easter baskets and duffel bags. And that is too tight. So loosen that up a little bit. This is my Durkee frame. Okay. Alicia just had her 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Awesome. She is rocking it. She does all the things. She does so many more different types of mediums than I do. She has sublimation, everything. All right. Let's see. What am I doing over here? Oh, I need this here. I need to rethread my green that got stuck on that other shirt. And let's see. Oops. Third needle done. All right, so I'm looking for one that's at the very end with a W, so I can get down to the W's. Winslow, set, edit, go over my design, take the paper off. All right, now I've got to color all the colors. 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Eyeballs are 6. 1, 1. And last but not least, our name is 4. So, all right, go for it. So this is waiting for the middle machine. These are for those bags. Yeah, so this one we can do on the Ricoma. But that has my Ricoma. Well, I'll go ahead and get them set up. But I need the Ricoma fast frame for that. And I've got it attached to your bag. So I've kind of slowing myself down by not having the right item on the right fast frame ready to go. But I can line these up and make it super quick once it's their turn. I love how everyone picks, different fonts and all. Here's someone that ordered. So, okay, good. So that's getting through my Etsy. And now we're moving into my Facebook group. So that's good. Good. So yeah, I think I'll stick to the navy things being done on the Ricoma. And the pink things being done on my other machine. And then, oh, I'm not paying attention. The last machine is doing my last applique. Nope, I need blue. Okay. Whole lot of Easter going on today. Is that what you guys are working on right now? Easter stuff? Hey, Ashley! Just have a ton of orders to do, Ashley. I'm mainly doing all my seersucker Easter totes and duffel bags today. I finished out the last of my St. Patrick's Day orders, so that was exciting. And now I've just got things lined up that I'm going to put on the machine. Doing all my Etsy orders first and then doing my group stuff as well. Okay. One p.m. What is it almost here? Is it almost 4? Yeah, it is. Well, Olivia, thanks for popping in. I'll probably be wrapping up here in a little bit of being live, but I appreciate y'all hanging with me while I work. Like I said, it motivates me and it keeps me in my workroom. Knowing you guys are watching. Otherwise, I'll take a break and it'll be a little long before I come back down. Okay, one thing you got to be careful with seersucker is you can iron the seersucker slap out of those. So I don't ever put much pressure. This one just got so wrinkled in the bag, but if you iron seersucker, you can literally take all of the texture of the seersucker and just make it flat. So gotta be careful with that. Ask me how I know. I like learning things by example, right? About put it in my mouth. See, before coronavirus, I would have put that in my mouth. Now, I think different, don't y'all? I do. This one's gonna need a bigger fast frame. That's a long name. There's several things that I don't do that I probably used to do in the past. I don't double dip my spoon in the peanut butter jar. I wouldn't have thought twice about that in the past. All right, I don't hear but one machine going and it's not good. Okay. I would like to get this last applique done and only have my names and monograms left because I can trim those out so much quicker. The only hold up at the moment is I use my Ricoma fast frame on my machine there, so I got to wait for that to stitch out to reclaim that one and put the right one on the machine. Or wait, maybe it's on this one. I don't like doing the thicker stitch on there, so oh, it's not loaded on DST, that's why. Okay, let's get these 3 pieces of fabric done. If you are interested in the Ricoma, I'm not a salesy type folk, but I do have a link in almost all my videos where you can use my link. It will, it gives you free shipping, but I think everybody gets free shipping, but it will give you $100 off by using that. So there's no pressure to use that, but just thought I'd throw it out there. You know, I know the idea of using it is to show you guys, you know, how I incorporate it in my business and what I'm able to do with it. But you know, part of that is hoping you might buy them, or that's what they're hoping. Which I do think seeing someone use something definitely can help you, you know, see if it'll be a good fit for you. So if you do, I'd love for you to use my links along the way. That just allows me to keep the machine longer if I'm using it, and it's, you know, a win-win for them and me. I'm just pulling some of the extra sticky stabilizer out of the back of this bag. I don't pick at it. It doesn't have to all, like, out of the little itty bitty crevices of it. I don't worry about that in an item like this, but you know, the bigger pieces, I like to move them along. Now they're stuck to me. Okay, so there is her monogram duffel. So when I fold this, I do it where the monogram shows right side up. But let me get this on the machine so I can have more working. Oh, okay. Canada, you do have to pay for shipping. That's, oh, I can't imagine what that costs. That thing was a beast. Came to me on a flatbed truck. ARH. Oops, I don't have that in there. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention. This is over here doing all the stitches. But it didn't get too far. I thought I had pressed reserve stop, but I didn't. And told it to go again. Stop it. Okay, ARH. Oh yeah, here we go. Where are you? Where are you, ARH? I know you're in here. There we go. ARH, set, edit, slide it, up it. All right, and go. Oh wait, I gotta tell it what color. Okay, so annoyingly, I still don't have another one on this machine because I have the Ricoma one on that one, but I'd already pinned it 5 different times and didn't have it on my DST, so I'm just gonna let that one run with it. Oh wow, $550 just to ship. That's insane. Now, it was making a funny noise, so I just want to double check that everything was outside of the stitched area. What am I doing? Not that. Kelly, focus. Focus so you can finish. Enjoy tomorrow not working. That's a back up 1 stitch because I had already done the placement by accident. All right, so that's going and that's going. And I'm just going to keep lining these up so that they'll be quick to do once I get to them. What else is a Ricoma? I feel like I have more Ricoma. This one's a Ricoma one. I could do that one because it's small. So like I said, they're interchangeable to a point. I was excited when I realized that, but for some reason, the Ricoma likes to have its own fast frames on it. The other ones just seem to not go into the notches as well. So I like to, but the other ones fit on my, oh wow, that's, so anyway, but the ones that I bought for the Ricoma go on my other machines without issue, they fit it perfectly with no problems matching it up. But it doesn't for some reason work the same way. So I just have to, I don't like that noise it's making. Everything's where it should be. So all right. Now you can do that stitch that you were trying to do earlier. Okay, so let me get a little piece. I've got a 4-letter name that will fit on this smaller Ricoma frame. So at least I can have all my machines going. Longer name would definitely not fit within this frame. And I'm not sure if this one right in front of me is going to fit. I think I'm going to have to resize that one. It's a really long name. These mamas think about that when they're going to be monogramming. All right, so this one definitely fits. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're just going to pin it in a couple of places. And I put all the names. I just, for some reason, didn't put the monograms, but I did put every name in both DST and PES format on these so that I could interchange between the machines that I used. There you go. Here, the click and the click. So let's find Jack. Where are you, Jack? There we go. Add it to the machine. Find it at the end. Say, okay. Put it on that 4th needle, or I'm sorry, the 1st needle so I can line up my grid here and place it directly over. Okay. And we're doing navy. Actually, we're doing blue. I like that blue. I like that blue. If they didn't say navy, they just said blue. So we're going to do, although I like the navy too, we're going to do blue. All right. So number 2, we're going to trace it, even though that's not necessary, but we just did for fun. And go. All right. Something's not going. Down here. Ready for the pink fabric. You're not too late. You can watch whenever you want. This isn't my giveaway live. This is just me working because I had so many orders to do. I will post when I'm going to do the giveaways because I've got fun things to share. Oh, wait, did I press? Yeah. Okay, that's the last bit of fabric I have for my any of my applications. Let's see, is that going to fit? I think it will if I size down just a little bit. That should be fine. I really should be drinking my water. It says I'm still at 11 a.m. All right, let's get this last piece done. I see some of y'all are asking about the Ricoma, and yes, I do like it. And I'm going to do I decided on here because I get questions all the time specific to it. But we're going to do every other Sunday I do a live. And so next Sunday, we'll be answering all the Ricoma questions, that I get. Or if you want to show up and just ask something specific, I'll try to show you some key pointers to it, things that I've learned using it, some differences that it might be versus another machine. Every machine's going to have things that are different about it. So we'll do that on live next Sunday. Yeah, Ashley, we need to drink up, don't we? I got it off Amazon. I think I said like motivational water bottle, 64 ounce, or how many ounces is this? I think that's what it is. All right, so that one I can just set it and forget it because I'm done cutting fabric. So that's good. And now, my heat and bond light. Oh yeah, I was gonna fold this. So I fold it a little different than the way it came. I fold it so that the monogram shows. I put it back in the original bag because these came with good bags. I just remember where. Oh, here we go. It's like a zipper closure bag, and it's clear on one side. So put it in there. Like, no, that wasn't very good. Fold it like so. Again, I don't like the noise that's making, but I keep checking and everything looks fine. So anyway, I just make sure you can see the monogram when I bag it up. All right, what stopped? This one. We got Jack done. I don't think the other names I have here are small enough for this little itty bitty. Itty bitty. Fast frame. Need some more shorter names. I'll have to look. Maybe I've got some in there that are shorter. But the next two that I have lined up right here are Mackenzie and Coleman. They're too long for that. What is this? This is a double name. Uh-oh. Something stuck down there. Wants my attention. Oh, I think we're just out of bobbin. Yep. Now where did I drop it? There it is. So that also, when you bump up to the multi-needle from single needle, the fact that you can just go through the shirt and change the bobbin sure makes life easier. All right, we're going to go back a few stitches. I normally go back, reverse it about 20 stitches just to cover the area that we were just on to make sure, because when the bobbin runs out, it a lot of times we'll pull extra white thread from the bobbin up. So I like to go back about 20 stitches to just make sure I cover that white thread that's peeking through. Oops, let's see, this is 7.5 is the exact middle. Yeah, this is a really long name. There's no way I'm gonna have to resize these two, I bet. I use the 1-inch font, which is what I generally use, but I'll just have to use my biggest fast frame. I hate to go much smaller than a 1-inch font. And this is a sibling match, so I want to make sure that I am putting it in the same spot. So 2 1/4, and nowhere near that. Ooh, good thing I checked. Sometimes when I eyeball things, I'm right on. Other times it's like, what were you looking at? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's really 2 long names. Help an embroiderer out. There we go. So really long and really long, but we'll figure it out. What's next? I still need that frame, or I need a smaller name again. Those aren't small. Definitely not small name. Most people don't have Lane and Tate. Those over there. That might work. Let's see if that fits. That's questionable because I actually knew this was a sibling match and both were 4 letters, so I made it a little bigger than I think Tate might fit. Don't know if that Lane will, but the Lane's the pink one, so. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. Okay, good. So I can get something going. Y'all, why is this top? Oh, it just needs me to. That green thread just really wants to get in the way there. Okay, so let's do smaller name, shorter name, I guess I should say. And it's the same font that the other person picked too, so. Let's 7.5. Sibling match. So let's make sure 2 1/4 seems to be ideal. I don't understand why it just, maybe I need to change the needle back there. That's why it sounds like it's punching through that bag. So, this is why you want to save the little pieces of sticky stabilizer, even these little pieces. But this is going to be a perfect cover up to that spot right there. So save all your pieces and don't drop them like I almost did. Okay, perfect. We can get this one going too. Wait, what's not going down here? Did I not tell it to go? What's it doing? Huh, I must not have said go. Did I not ever tell it to go? Who knows? Do I like my Babylock Ricoma more? So again, we're going to go over the differences of the machines next Sunday, but I like them for different things. For mass quantities, doing things over and over and over, the repetition, then the Ricoma, hands down, works well for that because you can save your designs. It remembers exactly step by step by step by step which color that you've chosen for it to be. When it comes to like my applique work and whatnot, I tend to use my Babylocks more. But if I'm doing a one color applique, which I showed you on the baby items that I did, um, anything with my fast frames, I love using on the Ricoma. It has fast frames that I got just like I have for the other machines. So I use fast frames on here a lot. So definitely for different things, definitely a good addition to my shop. And this is a commercial 15 needle machine, so it's a lot different than my 6 needle Babylock. A lot different. Okay, we're looking for Tate. Where are you, Tate? Oops. Okay, that's remove. Yes. Okay. And there's Tate. We're going to add it to the machine. We're going to pull it up on the machine. There we go. All right. And now I'm going to put on needle 1 so that I can make sure we are perfectly centered and just move it to cover up my grid. Something's done down there. That's the bag. Okay. And then let me make sure for this one, we're just going to do it in blue. So we'll take off my printout. Make sure the handle is out of the way. We're going to tell it to use number 2. First. 2. Okay. Right. 2. There it goes. Okay. Oh, I was pressing something wrong. All right. So we've got that. Looks great. I really do like it with that circle monogram. It pops right out of that real good. Easy peasy. So cuteness. I like that. Zip her up. And fold it in like I showed you before so that the monogram can shine. Be front and center of the clear side. So slide her in. So this person ordered, a duffel, pink and navy, and then 2 Easter baskets. So 4 items going to one person. All right. So this is my Ricoma. I just put something on it. So why don't I get one of the long names on these pieces? No, cut a different piece for the long one. All right. We're getting through my bin here. I feel good about what I've gotten done so far. So, for the really long name, I just need to make sure that I center it exactly. Pull that lining down. For some reason, that got a little wonky in there. Okay, but I want to center that perfectly so that it gives me an opportunity to size it down a little bit. But I don't want it to move to the right or left and not give me enough room to be able to do that. So let's see here. Look for that name. This one's going good. Good. This one will need next. I just use this whole piece. Next one ready for it. I think Coleman will fit. Yeah. Yay. Good. Kind of getting more now that I have the right fast frames for each machine. Makes that work a little easier. Okay. Mackenzie, let's see if we can make this one fit. I went all 5 marks down, so let's see. I am, yeah, just in the frame on that side. And that's right. Awesome. So since it's a sibling set, I just have to remember to do 5 frames down. Or 5, make it smaller 5 times. You see me holding this up again because that's what I've learned I have to do with this little guy. Okay. So that was, yeah, that goes with that one. Mackenzie and Anna Wren, those all go together. And Lane and Kate go together. So that one goes with that. Coleman is ready to go on his machine because Kate is done. Okay. Yeah, it was another short name. I don't think I probably have many more that I can use for this smaller fast frame, but I'm glad we got a couple of them out of it. So we'll put that one back in its little baggie. And get Coleman on there. So oh, I think there's Coleman. Add it to the machine. Grab it. All right. And did they want, they just said blue. So when they're saying blue, I'm using one color. When they're saying navy, I'm using the darker blue. So I just wanted to make sure. Putting it on first needle so I can center. That's almost perfect. Just a little itty bitty this way. To get, I'm going the wrong way. To go over top of my grid here. And then take my paper off. I'm going to tell it what color to do. I'm going to do a little trace, even though that's really not that necessary. And go. So That's Coleman. Let me get all my Etsy. We got Maya, Coleman, Andy, Bo, Philip. Good. Yay. Oh, and the 2 dresses, the 2 shirts. Wahoo! Awesome. That was one of the shirts that's getting pushed down there. Okay, so what needs to be getting ready next? Good, good, good. So I think I'm going to be able to turn this into an area that I can do more of the seersucker, because that's the last shirt that I have to do like that. Last applique, that is. I think we'll say do it like that. So far we've done all of these, including that gingham outfit. And we've done a couple of the bunny shirts. That's the last bunny shirt. And did all of the St. Patrick's Day dresses. So we've been rocking it. I'm excited. I do not charge more for longer names. Bless them. They can't help it. All right. That. We could get Lane on this one, but not Anna Wren. That's too long. This one got all kinds of wonky. There we go. No, and I also don't charge by the stitch. That's just not something I do. Some people swear by that and get really offended if you don't. But nah. I don't know how anything. I mean, no. That's just not what I do. Just because your mama named you Mackenzie and didn't name you Bo, that doesn't mean I need to charge you more. But again, that's just my practice, right? There's no right or wrong answer to that, based on what you want to do. If you want to charge more and you feel like your audience will, but like when you're selling something on Etsy, you can't upcharge just because they got more letters in their name on an item. So no, I think that's a no-go. All right, let's get Lane on here. It's got my don't take that, Lane. That's not nice. Uh-oh. I didn't realize the middle machine stopped. It probably needs bobbin thread. I haven't changed it in a while. Yep. I can tell just from the white that's coming through. It's funny, these 2 machines are almost like in synchrony. Is that the right word? I literally will, I swear I'll change one and then just a little bit later change the other. Sometimes I can't find the end. It gets on my nerves, so I'll throw it back in there and do it when I'm running low, figure out how to find the ends to all those. All right, so put that in there. And like I said, I back up about 20 stitches, so just hitting the 10 twice. There you go. You want to hear the click? I wasn't hearing the click. All right. There we go. And this one was done as my last applique of the day. So super cute. I'll have to do the tender touch to that one. And now I'm going to add my fast frame arm. to this machine. As long as I have the right color loaded. I'll be able to use her too. Right now, my 103 is what I'm using. So I think I've got a smaller, I might not. Ugh, that's going to be annoying. So I might have to wait for all my pinks to be on the same machine. I've got a big one of it. I just don't think I have a small one of it. Oh wait, that is 103. Yay! Okay, good. So I can do 103. That's the number for that color in Floriani. That's one of my go-to pinks, 103. So now I can have them all going, and this will just make it go that much quicker. So that one's done. I'm doing most of the blues down there, and I can do the pinks on here because I have 103 there and 103 there. So Lane, there you are. And then we're going to move it up and over. And tell it to you. Number 2. 2, 2. Why am I doing it? There we go. All right, handle out of the way. Yep. Coleman, you're done. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm powering through these, and it's just making me excited. I've gotten so much done, and I love that I'm done with St. Patrick's Day. All right. I like Coleman. They use a toning font, and I like that. That looks nice. It actually comes in a bigger size, and I like that for towels. Hey, what's next? So let's find a. Oh, we got purple. I haven't done purple yet, but I could just do one of our bags. Why don't we do that? This one's Andy and navy thread. So that will be good for this fast frame right here. And so I know some of you guys probably weren't at the beginning of the video, but what I spent the morning doing was making all my designs in Embroidery and just going ahead and putting them with each item. It just really makes it so much easier if you can kind of block out your time so that you're working on design in your program first. Then I spent a little bit of time ordering items. I like to order them every few days, and so I did that as well just to see what I needed. Sorry, I can't multitask at times. But anyway, it's huge. When I have this many orders to do, to go ahead and get everything situated in Embroidery and have it already loaded on the USB stick is a complete game changer for productivity time. Just makes things go so much quicker when you have them where I can just do them back to back to back to back to back instead of having to do one and go back and sit at the computer, figure out what's the next one. Now, of course, I group it by what's the priority of what needs to go out. So I have a whole other bin. So this is the bin that I need to make sure I get through this weekend. I have another bin over there that are things that won't go out, until next week. So I've got a little more leeway with that bin. But this I want to make sure all goes out Monday. A lot of these seersucker bags I did in my group as a Flash Friday sale, and I try to get those out pretty quick. For one, that encourages them to buy at the next Flash Friday sale if what they've gotten they've already received and they love it. They'll be more, well, there we go. The zipper was between the frame. They'll be more apt to buy again if they get something, real quick turnaround like that. So, but I had 26 of these ordered yesterday. Which I'm excited because then it's stock that was sitting around, inventory that I can now have out of the house. Okay, let's do this, and then the other two are going to be ready as well. So this is Andy's name. See if I can find Andy on here. There we go. Add it to the machine. There we go. And let's see, we're going to put needle 1 so I can center it. Okay. Now my other machine is telling me it's done and that I'm need to get something on it. All right, and they want this in navy, which is my 9th thread up there. Oh, this actually, for some reason, I don't know why this, when it printed it out in 2 colors. All right, so 9th thread for the whole name. We will trace it. That is fine. And say go. All right. So that one turned out super cute. You can see how the longer name has to be a smaller font. That's just kind of the name of the game there. Any bigger and it would have looked a little unproportional to the item. And when I'm doing a sibling match, even if their name's, shorter, I still try to do it the same size so that they do match for that cute picture. But I'm going to show you how 2 different size names, how different they can look. Oh, I'm going to have to shut her down here in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to show you this, and then if you guys have any last minute questions, just ask, but I need to be somewhere at 5, so I didn't realize how much time had passed. Okay, so here is where you can see 2 different names, but one was just 4 letters, and one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters, and I had to use different size fonts. Same font, just a different size because of how long that name was. So sometimes when you have the longer name, it has to be a smaller font. And most folks realize that when they order. So, but again, if this was a sibling match, I would make the size the same, but these were for 2 different people. Okay, if anybody has any last minute questions, I'm getting ready to sign off. Thank you guys for hanging with me today. Like I said, this really motivates me to get work done when I know you guys are here with me and keeps me working. So I really do appreciate hopping in, maybe learning a thing or 2 along the way. And I really did get a lot done. And I'll do more later, but I got a really good jump on everything that I need to go out tomorrow. I'm sorry, on Monday. So I don't see any last minute questions. I do have lots of things that I need to put in bags, so they'll be ready to go to the post office. I'll try to link anything that was a specific question. I know I wasn't able to see all the questions since I was literally working my tail off. So I'll go back and look once I've posted this live. And if there's a specific question that someone asked, then I'll try to answer it in the comment sections for everybody. But yeah, super excited with how much I got done today and appreciate y'all for being here. Bye, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you don't, and hit that notification bell so you can see videos when they pop up. And one more shout out to, I'll be doing giveaways for my 5,000 subscriber momentum. No, wait, that's not the right word. But anyway, like the video, subscribe, whatever. Just help a girl out. Y'all have a good day. You can see all the stuff that we did today. I've made it a hot mess, but look how many things we got done. 2, 3, 4. How many dresses? 5 dresses, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's see, there was a shirt in here. 20, 21. So not bad for a couple hours work. Hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend.